world wasn't built for guys like us. Working your whole goddamn life, having nothing to show for it. You still think there's good and bad, right and wrong? There ain't. There's just this. Survival.
Automatic goes through handles, tinted windows rolling up, sour diesel, purple haze stuffed inside a stogie blunt. I got my family lives in lovely brand new Chevys, cold as fuck. All my neighbors know what's up. They blueberry gum, one hit you done, son. With onions, just picked up an onion, burning up on the way to the function. Gotta get it together, you burning holes in the scene. Niggas got it that but never told it to me. I know these hoes all ghosts in the scene. God chose me though, he spoke to the weed. This all just normal to me. When I speak to the other side, I'm sipping, no school ripping, pistol gripping, random tagging. Linda, listen.
It's a first track, bitch.
Handles, tinted windows rolling up, sour diesel, purple haze stuffed inside a stogie blunt. I got my family living lovely, brand new Chevys, cold as fuck. All my neighbors know what's up. They hear me when I'm rolling up. Automatic handles, tinted windows rolling up, sour diesel, purple haze stuffed inside a stogie blunt. I got my family living lovely, brand new Chevys, cold as fuck.
What you know about coming from the mud? Gotta play it off like you ain't from the hood. Peak progression got me feeling good. Brief session just cause I could. Then they try to tell me what I should, but never think about what I would. Y'all really gotta move around, cause I ain't slowing down, but I bet you wish I would. They say I'm far too reckless. I see you talking now, but if you check my record, y'all know I've been that clown. Y'all scared to get neglected. Flip work and buckle down. I've been outside repping, up early, puffed and loud. I've been engulfed in clouds, trying to settle all my chakras. My lawyer's on my phone, trying to save me from my problems. I got another
automatic goes through handles, tinted windows rolling up, sour diesel, purple haze stuffed inside a stogie blunt. I got my family living lovely, brand new Chevys, cold as fuck. All my neighbors know what's up. They hear me when I'm rolling up. Automatic goes through handles, tinted windows rolling up, sour diesel, purple haze stuffed inside a stogie blunt. I got my family living love. Hear me when I'm rolling up. Automatic goes through handles, tinted windows rolling up, sour diesel, purple haze stuffed inside a stogie blunt. I got my family living lovely, brand new Chevys, cold as fuck. All my know they hear me know.
They don't boys are dying in a hell of a lot more fun to dance.
This is a first track, bitch.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
Mute button as always. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Hey, bro, I'm living. I'm alive.
Yes. So for the people that are going to see this, you kind of want to give them an introduction of who you are.
Oh, yeah, of course. I am the one and only motherfucking Hitman Chris, Chicago, Illinois. Check me out. I've been at the gathering. I've been all across the fucking states, California, New York, all over the place. You can find me on everything. At Hitman Chris, the real Hitman Chris. Just search me up. Find me in everything, man. I do rap battles. I got music, and I got a project coming out on Friday the 13th. 2 days.
Is that a full length album or EP?
It's an EP. It's 7 tracks.
7 tracks. You got like a baseline story behind it? Or is it just like...
Nah, honestly, I thought it was just something that like a nice compilation. It's called Burner Volume 1, and I feel like this is gonna be like a project that I'll be able to bring other songs that are not fit for anything else into.
For sure. So, how'd you get your start into like wanting to do music?
Oh man, I've always wanted to do music since I was a kid. I've always been infatuated with just artists and performing and music and just the way that music makes you fucking feel and everything. You know, I've always just been drawn to it. And growing up, everybody's always told me that I have a whole personality. I'm a whole TV show, and I always thought that made me feel like an entertainer. So I've always just ran with it. You know, that was just my shit.
For sure. You got who was your biggest inspiration?
I would say Ice Cube, ICP, obviously, fucking Tech Nine. I liked a lot of old Cottonmouth King shit, but it wasn't just rap that I was into. I'm big heavy on Corn. Like Corn is my shit. Um, I fuck with like Linkin Park and shit like that. So I'm like very wide range on what I listen to and what's inspired me to do what I do.
For sure. Is there any kind of style you kind of took from any artist to throw it into your own little twist with it?
Um, I feel like I try to keep the essence of hip hop, like old school shit alive. Like I don't really bang too much with all this fucking trap shit and like all that extra goofy shit. Like I don't I like the old shit, like real full length songs and like actually meaning something behind the bars instead of just just repetitive and rhyme just to make it sound like it rhymes, you know?
Right. Uh, what was your upbringing like, and how did it shape your music?
Uh upbringing. I grew up in a split family house, so I kind of like grew up with my pops on one side and my mom's, you know, and my family on each end was very different. But in turn, which is weird, them being so different from each other, they still treated me the same. They still treated me like fucking like outcast, you know, and that was my growing up, you know. That was and I always felt like that gave me more of a means to try to create in order to be noticed. So that kind of adds on to me like being pushed into the creative mode. I mean, you know, shout out to my mom and my dad. They've been, you know, in my life, but it was just hard because they split, you know, and I got a different sense of music from each one. I listened to a lot of rock music with my dad and like old school house music, freestyle and shit like that. And then I listened to a lot of like rap and hip hop and shit with my mom's. So them being in separate houses gave me an opportunity to listen to all types of different shit. That's why I like Corn so much on one hand, but then I fuck heavy with Eminem and Ludacris. Ludacris is big heavy, you know. I fuck with you know Ludacris heavy as fuck.
You got anything, D, while you're available?
I'm sorry.
So, I was just curious. So, what got you into making music though, as a passion, as something that you wanted to do besides the musical upbringing with your family? Like, what was the motivation to get you into it originally?
I liked writing. I liked like I said, I like creating and once I started writing music, I felt like I just fell right into it. So I just really needed to feed my creativity and writing was definitely an outlet to do this. And then I got really cool with the old people that I used to fuck around with and they used to perform and they used to rap and shit. So I kind of got like you know, I got pulled into that too. And 2012 was my first time performing on a big stage, and that was with Twista and Bone Thugs. And I've only started performing like in 2010, 2011. So I jumped ahead. You know, I try to transition really fast into into touching big crowds. So like I said, it's always been within me to do this shit. I just had to find the path, you know.
For sure. Did you get to chill with Twista that night?
Um,
No
not so much
conversation
chill.
or
Not
anything?
I didn't get to chill with Twista. I got to chill with Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs are hard as fuck. They were, man. This was like I said, 13 years ago. Man, they were still going hard, bro. As old as they were even then, they were still going hard, partying hard as fuck, fucking 4 a.m., 5 a.m. type shit, man.
I mean,
Twista was on his own shit, but Bone Thugs they were ready to fucking party.
they're back on tour right now. They still going hard. They ain't giving it
Yeah,
up.
that's right. They
And
just
I
they
mean,
just announced with Tech Nine and 3-6. Yep.
yeah, that's a couple real big names for such like early off in the career to be sharing a stage with.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm very blessed to be able to get these opportunities, and I try to take every opportunity serious. So with that being said, just like you said, it seems early on for somebody to jump on stages like that, but with that mindset, it made me feel like I had to go 10 times harder than the last person. And I tell this story all the time. We were the group I was in, we were like the third opener out of like 7, and then it was Do or Die, and then it was Bone Thugs, and then it was Twista. And after Twista, my group got scattered out, and we bumped into some people, and they stopped us. They're like, "Oh shit, you guys opened earlier. You guys were like the only good fucking openers. You have any CD? Sign the motherfuckers." And that had me geeked off the fucking rip. Like, first big show, people recognize us. They remember us from early on, and they want signatures. That meant a lot to me at that time, and that just motivated me to just keep pushing. And that showed me that mentality worked. Make sure you show out, so you're not wasting your opportunity. So somebody could see you and be like, that motherfucker snap. That motherfuckers, they need some notice. They need buzz.
Uh, that conversation you had that night with Bone, did any one of them give you any like advice that stuck with you that you
They were
use in
pretty,
your everyday
yeah,
music?
they were pretty chill, and they were just telling me to tighten up on my performance, because I used to have a hard time having vocal projection. So I made sure that I started to practice on that and make sure that I learned how to make sure the crowd heard me. So when I was out there, it was for good cause.
Sure. How important is it to convey a message through your lyrics?
I think it's very important to convey a message. I like I said, I like to entertain, and and music always made me feel like I had an outlet for that. And I like I said, I grew up off of Ice Cube and ICP, and them the fucking major storytellers of our generation and shit. And and I looked up to them, and made me feel like they showed out. They put everything on the line. They made it sound good. They put time into their craft, and I wanted to do that. That was raw as fuck.
Are you a fan on collaborating with other artists, or do you usually like to just do your stuff solo?
Oh, I love collaborating. That's my shit. I like branching out and learning from people. I like taking what I can from other artists and incorporating what I'm able to do. I'm not so much like biting or ripping off of anybody's style, but um just new stomping ground, new territory, something that I could dabble with, or something that I can sprinkle in, just to make it sound good. I'm always open to learn and build myself to be better.
Do you have a favorite collab you've done?
I just did a collab with Insane Loke, and that song's gonna be dropping in on the 13th. And that's one of my favorite collabs.
Outside of the obvious, is there Anybody you would like to collab with?
Sorry about. Oh shit! What the hell?
That's a cool skull.
Sorry about that. Oh shit! Damn, man, my setup. All right, all right. We good.
Outside of the obvious, like ICP and artists like that, who would you love to collab with?
I would love to collab with Alex Wiley. He's a Chicago artist. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He was real big in 2015. He was really fucking awesome. I'd like to collab with him. I'd like to collab with oh man, what the fuck was that group I just heard? It's like a fucking metal rap group. I can't remember their fucking name. But there's a couple people I want to collab with, and I'm like I said, I'm definitely open to collaborations. I definitely want to be able to expand and touch touch base on everything, you know.
Do you have a memorable? Can you share a memorable collaboration experience you've had?
Um, I did a collaboration with a friend named Seji. He's raw. It was a really cool vibe right off the bat hanging out with him, and and it means a lot when I'm able to link up with people that are like minded and are headed in the same direction that I am.
I'm curious. So, how was it working with Ritz on the collab you did with the "Throw Me Away"? And what was the message you were trying to purvey with that track with him? And like, what was the creation process like?
It was really cool. He had the verse ready for us. Um we wanted to bounce off of him a little bit, and we thought it was a good opportunity to like show that we're gonna bounce back from whatever we do, no matter how this game changes. We're prepared to fucking fluctuate with it and rock it out in any angle, you know. And and motherfuckers like to put us on the back burner. Them they because we don't fall into what's popular and shit. And I like to stand out, you know. I like to stand out a lot. I don't like to just blend in with people. And it was cool opportunity to do a song with somebody that had a lot of recognition, and it just pushed us to make sure that the fucking bars that we put in was on point, made us do what we had to do.
Uh, And then I was curious about another collab you did because like I've been a big into like watching battle raps for since I was a teenager, like 17, and I'm almost 37. And I see you got a collab the Bet You Stupid with Daylight, and that's the
Yeah.
same Daylight from the battle rap circus, right?
Yes, sir. That's the same Daylight. I reached out to Daylight, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like fanboy about it. You know, I was his antics, his angles, his fucking rap style, all that shit was hard. And I told him I admired his style a lot, and it would be really cool to fucking do a collab. And we bounced a couple ideas off and shit, and he was open to Bet You Stupid, and it was just going off. I told him that there's a lot of structure, and I was working on a lot of beats and a lot of songs that had a story behind it, or like a topic, and it kind of kept on a straightforward. So with Bet You Stupid, I felt like it was a good opportunity just to bounce around and just say some off the wall shit. Like he was going off with the bars, and I just went off the wall saying some goofy shit too. But I wanted to make sure that it bumped too. So that was a fun collaboration as well.
Have you been faced with any challenges in the music industry, and how have you overcome them?
Oh man, dude, I've been through all types of challenges through this shit, man. Between fucked up promoters that have you sell tickets to a show that gets canceled last minute, to friends that you thought was family that flake on you and get all, fucking jealous, and they turn what's supposed to be a group project into a competition. And then, you have the people that you lose just to life, not like to death or nothing, just life changes their direction and shit. And it makes you feel like you lived three different fucking lifetimes. Like I have a lot of memories, a lot of cool people, but those are cool memories that I can't have with these people anymore, and those were the type of challenges that stopped me from doing what I had to do, because I was always ready to work. I was always ready to move, and I try to motivate the people that I work with. And and it's hard when people like to flake on you, and it's hard when people lose their motivation and they don't see the same things that you see anymore. And and it's just not the same for them anymore. And it sucks because it comes out of left field, out of all this, but I try to stay work based. I try to stay moving. I try to stay motivated. And and it's just getting through all that type of shit that makes it hard. So that's like the hardest shit. Other than that, it just makes it hard to be social with people, because you don't know who the fuck's trying to fuck you over. You don't know who's trying to gain something that you don't fucking have. But other than that, I mean, it's fun being on stage. I love being on stage. I love making music. I love interacting with the crowd. I love people, dude. I love people. That's who I am. It just sucks when people like to take advantage of that. And that's a big difficulty I've seen through this industry and through this game and shit. But you learn to get
I,
past all that shit.
I mean, that I think that's pretty much what defines a long-term artist who still does it no matter what, versus the ones that pop in and then they're gone like that. Is the passion of it. That's why I was asking like what got you into the music, because you got to have like a certain creative like process and hunger and drive to keep doing it, because the term starving artist is there for a reason. Like you may never get anywhere for it, but if your music helps you and impacts the few people it can, it makes it worth the while.
Yeah, definitely in that one. I'm happy to have music deeply rooted within me. And I feel like it'd just be a waiting game of when fucking death comes knocking at the door if I didn't do this anymore. If I didn't do anything music related, I'd feel like I wasn't in the right place.
What has been like one of your craziest or worst concert experiences with you performing, and what's been like the best one besides, like, of course, the Bone Thugs one is a huge one, which was
Um, the craziest time I've had at a performance, it was a house party, and I had gotten pretty high before the fucking set, and I decided I still wanted to keep smoking, so I started smoking during the performance. What I ended up doing was passing the blunt to the wrong fucking person, and this was a person in my crew that didn't smoke. We never passed him the blunt. He never smoked with us, but he didn't smoke for a good reason. He always like went left field and he did some crazy shit. And he thought, oh well, since I'm on stage right now, let me hit the blunt. It's a 420 show, yada yada yada. So he does that, and 20 minutes later, he's off the stage. We don't know where he's gone, and he was backing us up. Like that was off the bat. That was fucking crazy. We tried to take a break and go back to the car to get more of our shit, and it turns out he had the keys and he dipped off with the car. He dipped off with the car,
wow.
and he wasn't answering his phone. So we had no way of contacting him. We had no idea where the fuck he went. We just knew that he was high and he didn't react well with weed. And it was just fucking, he was gone for like 2 hours. He was gone for like 2 fucking hours. And he came back into the party after we were all like getting drunk and we were all like fucking pissed about it. This man comes out of nowhere with a fucking 24 pack of PBRs and a big ass 7-Eleven pizza.
That
And
sounds
we
like some
all
shit I
fucking
would
stopped
do.
what we were doing. We were like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did you go? He's like, man, bro, I started tweaking and I had to leave. I had to fucking get out of here. And as soon as I started driving, I got paranoid and I had to keep fucking driving because I was afraid if I looked away, I was gonna crash and fuck myself up and all this other shit. And we're like, man, you are fucking crazy, bro, because it wasn't even his fucking car. It wasn't even his fucking car. And he thought it was cool because I came back with beer and I came back with pizza. So we good. We gave him hell for it the rest of his lifetime, but that was definitely one of the more crazier stories that we had, or situations that we had to deal with during the show.
What's been like the best performance or the best like audience or most memorable concert though besides the Bones and Twista?
Besides Bone Twister, I think it's got one of them has to be I think it has to be the one at the gathering. I've been to 15 gatherings. This is going to be a 16th one, and it was, man, what was it, 3 years ago now? So it was my 13th gathering, and I was able to perform, and it was just a geek fucking feeling to be able to be backstage chilling and shit, and getting your shit prepared to jump on stage, and I'm not gonna lie, there's footage of the whole set. If you look out there, look up Gathering of the Juggalos 22, Hitman Chris, you'll find my whole set. If you're music scabby like I am, listen to my set. I missed the first bar where I was supposed to jump in because I was like pretty nervous. So I just got the set rolling. I was like, okay, I just got to bounce right back in. And as soon as I had the opportunity to, I just jumped right back into it, and it was just a clean set from there on. So and it was just a great fucking turnout. I was at the second stage because they have 3 stages there, and I was at the second one, and that was a pretty fucking big stage, and we were pushed in the back by a bunch of fucking hills where everybody was camped out, and I had like a good 20 people at first, and as soon as we started performing, 5-6 minutes in, maybe a song and a half in, people from their fucking campsite started coming in. They started jamming with us, and that's because we were throwing weed. We were throwing weed out into the crowd, and they were catching it, and more people came out, and it was just a great set, man. It was definitely the gathering of dreams and shit, and it was definitely a dream come true, bro. It was definitely bucket list type shit,
That was my first gathering, and I remember seeing you there, performing there, because I was like at every stage possible trying to catch everything.
So you remember all the people by the hills coming down and shit, right?
Yeah, man. Those hills were wild that year. Everybody would be up, like hanging out in the shade, and then once the set started popping off, everybody would start running down. And yeah, it was a magical year, man. It was a magical year.
Hell yeah,
I wanted to ask about,
remember.
because that same year, you put out a track with Chris Calico, that Every Day a Little Bit. How was it working with him?
That was good. It was kind of straightforward. We didn't do too much conversation, but that was definitely a fun track to work on too. And my boy pulled me out of my comfort zone. My boy that's on that track, Cruise Effects, he's more into he has a lot of punk rock into his music during that time, and he told me he wanted me to jump out of my comfort zone. He thought that was a good direction to go, and I thought it was good. I liked that. I liked that verse a lot too.
Okay, so I got one more collab that I know you did that I want to ask about because I'm a big Midwest and strange music and that whole style of sound. You work with KD the Stranger, who is just he's another legend out there in the Midwest.
Yeah,
Just like Z-Lo the Gill God and Horseshoe Gang and all them people in that wheelhouse. How was it working with KD the Stranger?
Katie was really cool. We had a cool conversation while we were talking about the music, and there's a Mad Child fucking feature on that track too. I forgot about that one too. Damn, you really put in perspective how many
Yeah,
motherfuckers are
yeah.
working.
It's funny because Mad Child and Daylight and the battle raps, that's what I was leading up to. And you did a feature with Daylight, but then you're doing stuff with Mad Child, which them two would go at it in the
Yup.
battle rap.
Yeah, that was a fucking fire ass battle too. But see that goes full circle because this was all before I got into battle rap myself. You know, I'm a big battle rap fan, and I was watching a lot of fucking King of the Dot and URL and shit like that, and Guerrilla Warfare, fucking Black Cartel, fucking Dignity, and I was just so intrigued with everything that they were doing. And Mad Child versus Daylight is definitely one of my more favorite battles and shit.
Same, same. So how was it working with like KD and Mad Child doing that track though? Because that had to be like one of those like, man, this is something. That's like some pretty decent names, some pretty big names in the scene that been doing it for a while.
Yeah. So I didn't really get to talk to Mad Child like at all. This is KD's song, you know what I'm saying? He
Hmm.
he we talked about it, and he told me that I'd be perfect for this fucking song. And he definitely put me on, put me on, shout out KD, the strange, he's fucking raw too. Different language. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but snapping.
Uh, what role does your community play in your artistic expression?
My community, what role does it play in my
Yeah.
artistic expression? Um, I grew up in one of Chicago's worst fucking neighborhoods, fucking back of the yards. It's nothing I brag about, because I've lost friends on bullshit to that fucking neighborhood. I've lost people to the lifestyle. I've gotten away from all that shit, and it sucks to see some of the people that I see come back up, pop back up in my life, and they're still doing this stuff, and it's crazy to see how little they've done, and it's something that I've used as motivation for myself to not go back to. I don't like to feel like I'm falling back or taking steps back. I like to feel like I'm building and creating and doing more and progressing, and I want to be able to give back. If I had the opportunity to, I want to give back to my community. I want to be able to put money down towards my community, towards something for the park, something, some kind of drive, whatever the fuck it is that I can get into. I know there's people out there. Once I get the position, and something to offer, I know there's some people I can reach out to, and it's so badly I want to be able to contribute, and that pushes me to further to do this shit, and pushes me further to be able to get people to hear me so they can support what I'm doing, because I don't do this shit for myself per se. You know what I'm saying? I benefit to keep this type of lifestyle going, but I want the big picture to be to put people on. I want to put artists on, get people away from the street lifestyle. I want to be able to give back to my community because that's the neighborhood I grew up in, and it did shape me. It did push me. It did make me think a different way. I do have love for my neighborhood, and even though I don't live there, I do have to go back there. I have family that lives there, so I'm like seeing people left and right that I grew up with still gang banging, still looking at people in cars. The other day I was just there, and there was one of my homies' little brothers. He was sitting in his car, and he seen a car coming by, and he fucking stuck his half his body out to flip a gang sign at him. and he ended up driving around the block to go chase him. Like, how is it a kid that I saw grow up to be this almost 20-year-old kid doing shit like this, you know? And it'd be so awesome to contribute to getting people out of that type of shit, you know?
All right. What would your message be to kids like struggling, like in hoods and shit, where it's rough growing up?
Yeah, it was real rough growing up, you know. I didn't have everything. I had some and more than others, but I still had to struggle with fucking lights getting cut off. I still had to struggle with parents that couldn't keep jobs. I had to struggle with fucking not having fucking food in the fridge. I had to struggle with a lot of shit, you know. And I don't ever want to put my kids through that shit. I struggle now a little bit, you know, but I always find a way, you know, me and my girlfriend always find a way to fucking to get everything done. And she's like a big part of my fucking team that does this shit, you know. Behind the scenes, she does help me a lot. And that helps me to make sure that I don't ever put my kids through that type of shit, because the growing up dealing with that shit fucking sucks, you know. I like the luxury of being comfortable, you know. I don't have to have everything. I don't have no fucking PS5. I don't plan on getting no Switch 2. I don't want, I mean, I do want a big ass TV, but I mean, I don't look forward to just getting these things just to have these things. I like to have things when I deserve it, but I like to keep my lights on. I like to keep the food in the fridge. I like to make sure the gas stays on. I like to make sure everything in the house works. You know, I like to just be comfortable. I'm very OCD as well. You know, I like to be clean. I'm very, very, very organized.
Absolutely. Yeah, you said you've gathered 15 times?
Yep. This is gonna be 16 right here.
Oh yeah. What's some of the wildest shit you've seen?
Oh, dude, man, I've woken up to wild shit. I've woken up to crazy shit going on, dude. I've stayed up all night partying with the craziest people in my vicinities. I seen so much wild shit, bro. I've done some wild shit. It was fun. One of the stories I like to tell about the gathering, it has to do with the fucking wheel. It has to do with that fucking wheel. Some bitch fucking spun the wheel, and she had to drink a beer out of a shoe. So she did it. And they told her to fucking spin the wheel again, and she'll get another beer. No, she'll get 2 beers. But it was worse theirs. And it landed on poop or smegma. That was the slot. It said poop or smegma. It was a choice. She was given a choice. And she's like, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, oh, you get smegma rubbed across your face, or you get some poop smacked on you somewhere. And this bitch had the fucking nerve to fucking sit there and think about it, bro. And she thought about it, and she's like, the poop. Like, the bitch said poop. And the fucking buddy, man, I hope he fucking confirms this. I hope he fucking sees this.
Swill, is he talking about Frog? Is he talking about Frog?
Is he talking about, yeah, are you talking about the old guy who used to run the wheel, or Swill and them that run the wheel now, the Cleveland Juggalos? That's what I'm curious about.
I think it's the old ones. I think it was the old motherfuckers.
Well, Swill is old.
Yeah, and this man perked up, and he was like, oh, he ran to a trash can and he ripped a piece of plastic off of the fucking trash bag. He came back to where we were standing. He popped a squat. Did his business on the plastic bag, bro.
Yeah,
this bitch pulled her hair out of the way, and he went all on her back of her neck, and she's standing there gagging and like,
yeah, I think Swill told us this story,
dude. And then some fucking while she's standing there gagging, I'm watching and people are reacting. This one fucking guy comes out of nowhere and he's tripping off of something, bro. I don't know what the fuck this man was tripping out, but he came up to old girl and he's like, what's going on? And somebody told him, this buddy slapped shit on her fucking neck. He's like, what? He grabbed her and he fucking licked her. After I saw that, I walked away, bro. After I saw that, I fucking walked away. I had no part of that after that, bro. I no business for that. It was that was definitely one of the craziest things that I've ever fucking seen there, dude.
I was literally watching the live chat while you were telling the story, and then Swill said some dude licked it off her, and then you said the whole thing. This is 117% true. You can't lie about it.
100% I'm telling you, bro. I'm so fucking glad. I always feel like I'm the only one telling that story because there was only like fucking 10, 15 people in that circle. You know what I'm saying? So now it's fucking awesome that somebody just confirmed it. Thank you. Thank you, Phil.
Will talks about it. He's got a will too. So make sure to go spin the wheel this year.
I ain't spinning no fucking wheel this year. I'm straight.
It ain't gross like that.
I'm good. I'm good.
Is there any other like, oh my God moments you've had there?
Not too many oh my God moments. I seen a fucking, I thought it was real funny. I was tripping off of acid and it was like fucking 11 a.m. still, and this fat guy, we were chilling at the top of the hill. One of our guys pushed one of the big rocks out of the way, and we drove up that fucking hill, and we were able to park by the fire dancers that year, and it was really fucking cool. And this fucking big ass fat dude, he came walking up to our campsite. He's like, "Hey, you guys got any fucking cigarettes? You got any Lucy's?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't smoke cigarettes." And one of my guys, he's like, "Yeah, but what are you gonna do for them?" He's like, "Fuck, man, I don't know. I mean, I'll run naked across the fucking shit." He's like, "Yeah, go and fucking do it." Bro, he dropped his fucking shorts right there in front of us. I was like, "What the fuck?" He ran down the fucking hill, down one end, and then he ran across the entire fucking lining of the field all the way to the main stage, and then walked it right back. And dude, I was dying. I was like I said, I was tripping off acid, dude. I was dying. And buddy that had him do it, he was fucking laughing, and he ended up giving him fucking like 3 or 4 cigarettes. But I was fucking dying. That was definitely another fucking funny one.
I'll be by to get my free beer, Swill.
Yeah, Swill just said you don't have to spin the wheel. You can come by and still get a free beer since you got 10 plus gatherings under your belt. So you can just go watch somebody else do it.
I'm down with that, like a motherfucker. We'll take pictures. I'll encourage them to come to us.
Hell yeah. Now, on your latest album you got coming up, what inspired it?
Burner Volume 1. This Friday the 13th release. Like I said, I feel like I go like a long time sometimes without releasing music, without releasing content, and this was definitely something that I thought was good to showcase projects that didn't fit into other things or projects that got pushed aside, because fact, what was supposed to happen didn't happen because respectfully Buddy went in a different direction, and it's like whatever, fuck it, whatever. I was supposed to release a song with Midnight Yami, fucking Midnight Glizzy Yami, and for one, I thought the fucking verse was kind of mid, and I put it aside for a little while, and I came back to it, and I definitely felt like it was not gonna ride either way. So this almost had like 10 songs on there besides the intro, and that was one that I was really trying to make the cut, but it didn't make it because not only did him fucking around with all these glizzies kind of like turn me off to him, but going back when I was putting this project together, it really made me feel like the verse was halfway not even worth it. You know, respect to fucking Midnight and Yami and everything, but it just didn't turn out what I wanted to, and
And you'll have
I,
that too.
huh?
So, you'll have that too, occasionally here and there.
He'll have whatever he wants, but that it's whatever. I paid him for the verse. It's fine, you know.
Uh, how do you think your music's evolved over the years?
Structure, a lot of better structure. I was I'm not too knowledgeable on editing. I'm not too knowledgeable on mixing and mastering my shit, but I've learned how to record in the tone and in the style and in the way I need to for it to all layer together and sound good. I've learned to have breath control. I've learned to have projection. I learned to twist words around in a different way. I've learned all types of different styles over the years, you know, and I'm like I said, I'm completely willing to keep learning, and this is definitely going to be something I keep doing. I'm never going to be the same fucking Hitman Chris fucking 5 years ago, and 10 years ago, 10 years later, I'm not going to be the Hitman Chris that I am today. You know, I'm gonna always do different shit. I'm gonna try to stay original as possible, but I'm gonna try to evolve and try to expand as much as I can possibly do without watering down what I feel in here, what I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm very unique. I turn heads wherever I go. You know, when me and Fro 50187, when me and him were doing Southside shit, we were turning heads at the fucking WC Social Club. Like with the other day we just performed with King ISO there. Like we were definitely showing the fuck out, dude. Like I have stage presence. Motherfuckers know when I'm there. You know, I make sure you know that I'm there. I don't
Uh,
stay in one place.
what do you hope listeners take away from your new project?
Some entertainment. Some a break away from whatever life they're living. Take away some fucking chill time. You know? Life fucking sucks sometimes. I gotta deal with it a lot too. You know, it ain't fucking sunshine lollipops and rainbows and stuff all the fucking time. You know, you gotta fucking do what you gotta do. You gotta buckle down. You gotta say goodbye to people that you may not want to say goodbye to. You may have to suck it up and do some shit you don't want to do. You know, no diddy. But life is crazy. Take a break. You know, I try to provide a good half hour of music. You know, I like to have full length projects. You know, I'm not too big on these one verse fucking songs. You know, like that are like short. If I do a verse, it's gonna be a whole 3 minutes worth of a straight verse. You know,
Yeah.
I like having content. I like people to be entertained, and I like to take people away from the world that we're all in. You know, this shit sucks, but we're here.
For sure. You care to play a song quick?
Yeah, play a song.
The Chosen One. How did that come about?
Chosen One, I wanted to showcase. No lie, I was doing a lot of explicit stuff that I shouldn't do, and I don't do no more. But I wanted to bounce on this track. I wanted bars. I wanted to just keep rapping, and I definitely accomplished that. And that was definitely a raw ass song. Shout out to MV. He gave me a sick ass fucking beat.
Y'all ain't even ready for the regime. HIT, man, it's pretty incredible. Y'all ain't even ready for the regime. HIT, man, it's pretty incredible. Y'all ain't even ready for the regime. I spent 10 plus years up on the iron team. I told my diary that I would be the golden look, lo and behold, I spit it comatose, about to overload, step back, better chance of making up my view. HIT, man, he's pretty incredible, couldn't see me on my level, even with the residual, bet you thought that I was out, but I just stepped to the game, what's the common fucking name and what you thought was your lane, boom, back, brought it back in the sauce like Szechuan, the first one to talk, get bought, no Teflon, hate in your heart and your lungs get stepped on, Chris brought the heat to like the ground we step on, nooses, the way I spit a bar abusive, got them looking at me, Chris, why you quit to just lose it, I ain't even got a trip, it's just the way that I do this, no more Mr. Nice Guy, time for me to get ruthless. Don't bother stepping, your image is all see-through. Soft ass pussy, you niggas is all seafood. Yo, we armed till the teeth, someone call the police. When my niggas see food, then I go, we gon' eat. Thought you was tall, big-headed bully, ain't prepared for the fall. Just because you balling and seen at the mall that I can't walk up and put a dent in your jaw. Man, overall, kill beats with the skill of a senpai. Lyrically senpai, the ones who live by. Gotta get green, cause nigga, by all means, I'm obscene as dope fiend. About the OD, I'm deadly. I shoot fruit by the medley. Your snakes in the grass that love acting friendly. You jabbing at the mouth, making murder sound tempting, I promise. Chris ain't one for the venting. Sit back, watch a real one is trending. This that golden child of the century. With that spoken word by the penny, I could drop another lyric, make a motherfucking feeling I'm wicked. You Daniel, I am the teacher. Problem child that rise with the reaper. Took a while from rapping on bleachers to jumping on stage, throwing down with the leaders. You figure I be there the way I spit either. You give it, I take it. I swear I'll do either. I'm standing, I shot, not talking tequila. That's word to my grandmama, I'm Margarita. Oh shit, yeah, I just did that. I'm like all white though, I ain't talking riff-raff. I've been doing this ridiculous for more than a minute, but then you wanna call me fake when I'm the one who rip tracks. Bars of a bullshit, y'all don't get that. Spitting on the culture, but won't admit that. All the meal that I be serving just to get sent back. I've been trying to give you real, but y'all ain't with that.
Hell yeah.
Definitely one of my more raw tracks too.
Yeah, the battle rap vibe comes off really hard on that track, and when I hear that track, it makes me think like you got to collab with somebody like I would like to see East Coast meets West Coast, like you and like a Hex collab, like two different styles coming together.
I have a song called fuck, what is it? I forgot what song it is. You can find it on International Man of Misery. Someone told me that I have a real hard fucking West Coast feel to it. It's real shit. That's what I remember now. It's called Real Shit featuring Novator. That one definitely has a hard West Coast fucking feel, and I would definitely do a song with Hex. I met him at the gathering. He was dope. And if he's out there and he's here, and or somebody's out there and he got the connects, better tell that man, hey, this is guy in Chicago. He's fucking hard. Do it.
Hey, even Chucky Chuck would be dope.
I do a song with him. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him with his music, but I'm familiar with the name, and I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely down, man. Whoever reaches out, I'm with it, man. I'm ready to jump right to it, bro.
I could get you guys connected together.
Oh yeah, that'd be what's up, bro. I'm definitely down with that one.
For sure. You have anything else, D?
Nah, I have my line of questioning because I'm big into the battle rap thing. So I was just curious how it went from like Daylight into working with Mad Child through the different features. It was really like piquing my mind to how that have played out. So I hit all the questions I had that I could think of.
Yeah, that was honestly it just happened by chance. Like me and KD hit it off, and we were, it was just chance that he's like, you'd be really dope on this Mad Child track, and I think that was before I got a hold of Daylight, and I already, like I said, I'm already rooted with the fucking battle rap shit, so it was just good direction to just jump onto somebody that has a name onto battle rap, and they see that I'm into battle rap as well, and I rap on fucking beat, and I got music that's out, and I keep doing this shit, and I do it both, and I do it well. Anybody that wants that smoke, I'm with it.
Okay, so do you do acapella too?
Yeah, so my rap battles are all acapella. If you go to hyperfollow.com/Hitman Chris, you'll find all my battles linked and listed, and all of them are acapella. We don't I don't rap over beats. I'll diss whoever. I'll put a song out. Whatever. I'm with it all. But all these battles are a test of you showing out and you getting the people to engage with you, and you keeping the attention of everybody, and being witty, and doing what you got to do. Like, there's people that say, oh yeah, I'm into battle rap, Hitman Holla, fucking Charlie Clips, fucking Nick Cannon and shit like that. It's like, yeah, no, yeah, no. What happened to Rum Nitty? What happened to Twerk? What happened to fucking Real Sick? What happened to DNA? What happened to fucking to Swamp? What happened to all these fucking cool ass people that are out now doing it now? And you're talking about things that are old. You know what I'm saying? Respect to everybody, but it's like you gotta give respect and give the flowers to people that are still doing it now and showing out now. Like, everybody knows about Murder Mook and Loaded Lux and shit like that, and but they forget about fucking like Foots and fucking Ace I mean that motherfucker's hard too, you know, and it's definitely something that I'd like to start a wave of getting battle rappers from all types of angles to get down on music. So if anybody got any fucking battle rap connections that motherfuckers want to jump on songs, let me know. I'm with it. I'm with it. I like to work. I'm Mexican. I love working.
Okay, so the homie Swill that's in the chat has a stream called Swill's Edition. I don't know if you've heard of it,
I
but
have
every
heard it.
week, okay, the Wrath of God every week on his edition battle raps somebody, and he is undefeated. I would like to see you go over there and try to defeat Wrath of God live on stream on the Swill's Edition,
Yeah,
because so far he has swamped every freaking rapper that has popped in that stream.
Is what he does, like freestyle? Because I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest, bro.
off the
Oh,
dome,
you
right there
see,
on the spot.
he won. He won. I can't freestyle for shit.
Nobody's gonna take down Wrath of God, and I want to see somebody who says they battle
Man,
rap
hey,
go over there and eat them alive.
set it up with 3 rounds, like 2 minutes, and I'll do that. I'll write it out and I'll set it up and I'll give y'all a show and I'll do it.
Hey, I mean, if you do your research and he invites you on the podcast, you go ahead and just write it up, and then it's still there.
Yeah, but that's still, people know that he's freestyling, and he got the one up on me. Fuck that.
True.
You know.
Is there any
Yeah.
genres or projects you'd like to explore outside of like hip hop, rap?
I do, and it's funny that you asked me that, because I was just talking to one of my guys earlier about this. I want to come out with like a new metal type of fucking album, because I'm very heavy influenced by Korn, and I think that'd be fucking awesome if I was able to pull that off. If anybody wants to coach me and put me on, or wants to collab like a fucking new metal band, let me know. I'm down with that. And I'm gonna be working on a hip hop / R&B project. And that's something I'm very heavy on too, because I like a lot of heavy rap and a lot of this heavy rock music and shit, but I do enjoy like smooth ass R&B songs. I do enjoy like old music too, like fucking Temptations and shit like that, fucking Marvin Gaye and shit like that. Man, I'm very wide open with a lot of music that I listen
Yeah,
to.
Cash was saying Nivik. You should get with Nivik for that new metal stuff.
Yeah, I'm down. If anybody hooks me up with a connection, let me know. I'm down as fuck.
For sure. Myself or Cash here in the chat could get you hooked up with him. So
Yeah, man, you guys are hooking me up with a lot of opportunity, and I definitely appreciate that, dude. One ups for you, man. Appreciate it.
for sure. Go ahead, D.
So I just comb my dreads out, and I know a lot of juggalos get dreads for ICP. Are your dreads more inspired from corn? Because I can feel your look of the dreads looks more like the corn look than the jug look.
I've heard so many people call me Jonathan Davis. I've heard when they were growing out, they were calling me fucking Della Roach, the guy from what's it called? Rage Against the Machine. Man, I've heard it all, bro, but I've always wanted dreadlocks since before ICP. I think it might have been because of corn. So yeah, I think this is why I lean in this direction of this style.
Yeah, I wanted mine too, and then I kept them for 2 years, combed them out, and then my dread guys are both going to prison, so I got to find a new dread person and get locked back up. Son of a bitch.
Man, I'm lucky enough that my girlfriend knows how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I think give it another year and a half, I might chop these bitches off like by 2027. Not that I mean I kind of already planned to try to do it earlier, but I decided not to. But I feel like maybe by 2027 will be a good time to let the air touch my head.
Can I get them from you since I can't grow because I'm fucking bald? Just
Oh,
fucking
dude, my girlfriend would
stitch
fucking
them
kill
in
me
my
if I
head.
gave any of these to anybody.
Nah, you got to save them so if you want to reattach them, you can. That's the
That's
thing.
what she keeps saying.
Yeah.
But I think to me, I feel like that'd be like halfway weird to go from this to nothing to like something and then back to this again in a very short period of time.
What impact do you hope to have on future generations of artists?
Just keep the art alive. Keep the art of storytelling alive. You know, keep on telling your story. Tell your friend's story. You know, tell a story. Tell real shit. Tell people what's going on in the world, man. I mean, that's all you can do. That's all. I mean, I wish that motherfuckers could continue doing. You know, there are a few out there that do that, and it makes me happy to see that people are still keeping that type of style alive. And that's probably the only thing I want. For you goddamn kids to get off my lawn.
How do you want to be remembered?
Like, I'm a chill ass guy, bro. I fucking hate feuding. I hate fucking drama. I just want to be known as the guy that was as real as he says he is. I don't have dark secrets. I don't have skeleton in my closet. I don't do stupid shit. I don't have any reason for anybody to look and be like, that guy's a sicko behind this curtain. I'm not. I'm a very fucking normal guy. I have kids. I have a fucking family. I have shit that I do. You know, I don't have time for all that ignorant shit. You know, and I want people to know that I'm very open to not gatekeep. I want to put everybody on, but I'm a very honest fucking person. If you're not good, I'm gonna tell you you're not good. Work on it. I'm never gonna tell anybody to stop. I'm only gonna tell you to work on it, because if you feel like you want to do it, do it. If you're one of them people that hear somebody that says, "Oh, you're not good," and take it the wrong way, you weren't meant for this. Respectfully. But I'm never gonna just say, "Oh yeah, no gatekeeping and everybody in." I don't agree with that. But I also don't agree with strict rules of keeping everybody out that doesn't have so many years under their belt. You know, they don't know people I know, so they're not cool. I didn't know you, motherfucker. I'm fucking awesome. I'm fucking dope. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know until you give somebody a platform. I wouldn't be able to be here. You know what I'm saying? No one would know who the fuck I am if I would have stopped. But I've heard people tell me, "When are you gonna stop? When are you gonna stop? You fucking suck. You're a fucking broke ass SoundCloud motherfucker." I've heard it all. I've heard ex-girlfriends tell me. I've heard everything. You know what I'm saying? But don't stop. Don't stop. If you really have a passion for this, don't stop. Somebody will notice. One day you'll get better. But if you come to me, I will help. I am the opportunity, man. You know, I like I told you earlier, I'm grateful for any opportunities you hook me up with after this, even this in itself. And I like to give back as well. You know, shout out to Cheese. She put me on to that type of mentality too. She put a lot of battle rap motherfuckers on the scene, and without them type of people in the game, you get everybody expecting the old heads to do this shit forever. We die. We die.
Definitely. How do you, or what are your goals for the next few years in your career?
My goals are to continue making music until I'm be able to tour. I want to be able to tour. I want to I want to battle bigger names. I want to smoke with whoever. I don't give a fuck who. Fucking I want to continue doing what I can while I still have the energy. While I can still run across the stage, while I can project my voice, I want to do it. I want to be able to continue doing this. I want to be able to progress, learn, do more, give opportunities to other people as well. I want to be able to put more events on. Anybody that wants to actually battle rap, that knows the art, URL type shit, I'm gonna be putting an event together for November or October, one of those months. But reach out to me. This gives you a lot of time. Battle rap isn't always freestyle. The battle rap that I book, you get 2 months, 3 months in advance to write, and you know who you're writing for. You get time. You don't there should be no motherfucking excuse. You know what I'm saying? You come to me, I put you on. Don't make me look dumb. Don't have me put your name on something and you flake out. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't ready, you ain't ready. Be respectful to the fucking art. Be respectful to the people that put their work onto this. But I want to continue doing it despite people like that. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, that is a lot of time for planning because I mean, usually battle rap, running the circuits, you might get a week, a month, 5 days. Like, hey, you better pen to paper and get your research down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 2, 3
Yeah.
months to research and write.
Yeah, dude. I give a lot of time. If I had the resources to put an event together at a location in a month's notice, I'd do it. If I could do it in a 2 week notice with people that are actually gonna do it and perform and show out, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I had no problem because, dude, there's so many people that get this shit done in a week, a week's prep, 2 weeks prep. You know what I'm saying? A month is good. I I've taken a month and a half to write before for people, and I was given time before that, but I took a month and a half. You know, I can get closer if I wanted to, but I know that it just makes for a better show with people who have preparation time.
So, since you're in the battle rap scene, who is your favorite battle rapper that inspires you?
Real sick is definitely one. Daylight was one. Man, there was a couple of them, man. Big T, shout out to Big T from Chicago. Shout out all the motherfuckers from Chicago. Fucking Cut Eastwood, fucking K Venom, fucking Humble Killer, fucking Mozzie, fucking Brandon Perez, fucking Sonny, Gage Washington, man, fucking Coach Corleone. That motherfucker making a lot of noise. Like, people from my city inspire me, bro. That's what
You have
that's what makes me happy, that people from my city are inspiring me that this shit ain't dead. We're hidden. We're hidden gems.
you ain't said my favorite name, but I'm gonna say hands down my favorite one that I love watching that I can never get enough of. Pat Stay.
Oh, dude, rest in peace, Pat
Oh
Stay,
my
bro.
God,
That man
he
was
was
hard
the
as fuck, bro.
legend, man.
That man was
Legend.
hard, bro. That man was fucking hard, bro. That man was fucking hard. Hmm. Fucking B.O.B. Juice too. That's my homie too, man. And there's a lot of fucking cats coming out of fucking Chicago, bro. Like there's a lot of people, you know, that do this shit, and it's a pleasure. It's a fucking privilege to be standing in the same room and chilling with them, and even passing a blunt to one of them, bro. It's like it's just a good place to be, bro. Despite all the fucking back and forth and aggression, it's a good community, bro.
How do you prepare for your live performance?
For music, I mix songs to remove my lyrics. I don't play with vocals on my songs. The most I'll do is put like the vocal like for like the dubs, like ad libs and shit like that. I'll leave that in there just to keep my place. But the only other place I'll keep the vocals in is for the hook to give me a fucking opportunity to fucking breathe. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I perform to the fullest. I practice in my studio. I practice in garages, backyards, wherever I got the space. I like space. I don't care how big the stage is. I don't even know sometimes how big the stages are. I practice with 10, 15 feet, walking back and forth until I'm sweating, bro. Until I'm sweating and I got to change my fucking shirt. I practice so I show out for people. So I'm not wasting nobody's fucking time. I'm not wasting nobody's money. I remember when it was hard to get $10 to go to a show. I don't want it to be no watch no fucking goofy just in one place all fucking day. It's boring. Very boring. Not me. I like to show. I'm the showman. I like to mix things into my songs too that'll engage with the crowd to get them to laugh or get them to react a little bit, you know? And I go well out of the way to make sure that motherfuckers are entertained.
Do you
I
got a
got
favorite song you like to perform?
Crash Test Dummy is definitely one of my favorite songs to perform. Um it's a very bouncy song. I get people to interact with me and it's fun. It's a very fun fucking song.
so I got one last question before I got to dip off here. I'm at work and check on all these little recovering addicts around here.
No
Um,
problem.
it if you could pick three artists and they couldn't say no that you could work with, whether it was a new metal collab or a rap collab, who is your three dream artists? And I'm saying this because you got to speak it and think it if you ever want it to happen.
I do want a song with Corn. I do want a song with Corn. I'm gonna get a song with Corn. I want music with Tech Nine. And they couldn't say no to me. Tech Nine. I want man, who the fuck else do I want? I want Ice Cube. I definitely want an Ice Cube verse. Who the fuck else do I want? If I could bring fucking DMX back from the grave, I'll do a fucking song with that man too. Ooh, if I definitely could utilize the opportunity to from somebody to not say no to me, I'd bring back fucking Andre 3000 and Big Boy for a fucking for a track to actually rap on. That'd be good.
So you got three dead and three alive. Let's see if them three alive come to fruition. You got to feel it, think it, believe it, speak it until it pops up. So that's your first step right here. You will get a track with Jonathan Davis. You will get a track with Tech. It will happen.
It will. It will. It's in a show. It's in a show that I'm very persistent. It's in a show that I'm not gonna stop. No matter where I go, I'm gonna keep going I'm gonna keep going hard. I'm gonna make sure I do everything to my fullest until I'm literally throwing up blood or fucking some shit like that, you know, unless I can't. Till I lose my voice.
Hell yeah. Well, this is dope getting to ask you some questions I was interested in, getting to know you some more besides just hearing some tracks through Spotify and whatnot. But I'm going to be out of here. Appreciate you for inviting me on, Lee. Much love, y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Man, definitely, man. Dude, it was definitely fun. I look forward to fucking seeing everybody at the gathering. Look out for my fucking project dropping Friday the 13th. Burner Volume 1. When I'm rolling up is already out. Go peep that shit. Lyric video.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. I guess you didn't know, but I really like battle rap, so I was kind of curious some shit. So
Yeah, man, definitely, bro. Definitely, bro. It's nice to have conversation about battle rap too, you know?
For sure. Whenever you want to come on again, dude, you're more than welcome. Just fucking shoot one of us a message and we'll get you back
Yeah,
up on.
definitely, man. I appreciate the invite. I appreciate the hospitality. It was nice here.
Yeah,
Appreciate all the love from everybody in the comments. I see it going. I can't see it yet, but love y'all. Hope none of y'all motherfuckers talking shit.
I'll get you in contact with a couple people too.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely ready for that, man.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna play a song on the outro. I'm gonna play the Bet You Stupid. Daylit featuring Daylit. Is that how you say that?
Daylight.
Daylight.
Respect.
EMV on the motherfucking beat. Daylight. Here we go. Don't tell me, motherfucker, this a real job. You talking to me funny, little bitch. We are not involved. These grown man bars is something he's gotta deal with. Bullet holes, scabs is nasty if I peel shit. I'm thinking if I kill shit, it's gotta be with real shit. Like riding foreign lands and getting busted like a field trip. The only way I die is if I do it myself. But even then, the chances slim of me losing myself. You can pick apart my heart, but never understand this energy. I'm wishing nothing less than headshots for my enemies. So when I paint a messy scene, I know y'all gonna be feeling me. I said headshot, and I know y'all thought of Kennedy. That King Kong flow, I know you heard the legend. The man whose people guaranteed a spot in heaven. If you check my intellect, then you know I rap with devils, terrorizing plain shit. Way before 9/11, every time I shake it up on a track, I move it. It's dope in every time, but I don't abuse it. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. Every time I shake it up on a track, I move it. It's dope in every line, but I don't abuse it. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid.
I come from the bricks, but never missed the goal. I got a shot and let a pistol blow. The kiss of Cherie peep, it's a mistletoe. See, my vision wasn't visible. I had to let some niggas go. They was the mission block, loving, living low. No hard dealing, stealing they feelings like the two fairies. Another fairy on the planned route. Bury everybody when they land scout. Eat the kid when it pan out. Your life at the track start, it ran out. In some cases, race is to blame, but the pace stayed the same. I ran through the rain like Pavali. They knows we popping like a nollie. Did a little trainer like a trolley. Now a G.O.D. this shit godly.
Every time I shake it up on the track, I move it. It's dope in every time, but I don't abuse it. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. Every time I shake it up on the track, I move it. It's dope in every time, but I don't abuse it. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. Every time I shake it up on the track, I move it. It's dope in every time, but I don't abuse it. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid. If you ain't feeling this, then I bet you stupid.
So, you are trying to block me, huh? That's fine. What's your style? I don't have a style.
Yeah. You mute.
Classic. I just need to get a foot pedal one.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. But yeah, appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the invite. Look forward to getting called back up here. I'll reach out to you if I got anything planned.
Hell yeah. Much love, and everybody in the chat, have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo, woo, motherfucker.